My friends, we have news on the forums, yes, about the PTS Phase 1.5 going in. We got a new class going in for us to play with, plus will they wipe our characters, and a cool sale going on before Onslaught is launched. My friends, let's talk about this. Hello my friends, Boomy here once again with another video for you, my Swtor brothers and sisters out there in a galaxy far, far, far away. How is everyone doing today? If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for all your Swtor news, fun, and guides right here, right now. My friends, a lot of news has been dropping on the forums, little subtle news here and there, but I thought it was important. Let's talk about it. The PTS Phase 1 is done. Now, this had the Warrior, the Juggernauts on it for us to go and test. Sadly, I didn't realize it was going to be so quickly finished. I went on and went, oh, where'd everything go? I can't get on right now. Apparently, they have version 1.5 coming our way, which will introduce the agent class in all its advanced classes there that you will be able to play with and test with their set bonuses and whatnot, so that will be there. Some people have showed concerns, but my words are broken, about whether or not our characters that we created for this PTS will be wiped. Eric Muskel gets on the forums and tells us about what will and will not happen, and also they are asking, will the Warriors still be there and the Juggernauts and the Marauders, Juggernauts still be there for us to play with on the PTS for 1.5, and of course some really cool news about just stuff we'll be able to do, transferring servers, name changes, and all that stuff before Onslaught, and when we might be seeing that coming. So let's get into it. Let's go down and see what the forums have for us today. Night Prior asks or states, please don't wipe, or really begs, please don't wipe the characters that we have created so far. It took long enough to read through everything and get them set up just to blast a few training dummies to ensure everything was good before testing it out on content. Smiley Jawa face. Eric Musco comes back and responds, the current plan is that we will not be wiping for Phase 1.5, but are likely to do so in Phase 2. For a little clarity, the only reason that we do a character wipe is that the patch will have done some back-end changes which would effectively break your character. So we only wipe characters when necessary. And I must say for this, I totally think this is a good idea and I agree. Have a clean slate, less problems to have to deal with, especially when you're trying to get some testing done. And one might argue rather quickly, since July is just about over, August is just around the corner, and Onslaught is just down the road. That's right. Let's see what else he has to say on the forums. Fush and Chips asks, will we still be Sith Inquis, Sith Warrior testing in Phase 1.5, or is it swapping purely over to the agent stuff? And yes, Eric, I would like this to be confirmed. Thank you, smiley face. Eric confirms, Inquisitor and Warrior will still be there. We are simply adding Agent as well. To answer your question effectively, all three will be available. And again, I think that's awesome. I totally forgot about the Inquisitor part of that because I wanted to get on and test a lot of these things so I can do videos on them, but they took it down before I could do that. I cried a little bit, but it is what it is. But it's nice to see that the Inquisitor will be there, the Warrior stuff will be there, and the Agent stuff will now be there. We will not have our characters wiped, at least for this one. Phase 2, we will have our characters wiped, more than likely. And like I just said earlier, I think that's a great idea. Now let's talk about some of these things that tend to happen right before a brand new expansion goes live. Eric Musco has some teases about what we will see and what we might be able to buy and do when Onslaught, or right before Onslaught, says hello. Eric Musco adds to everyone's fun, not that this thread was specifically asking, but I did want to let you know that there is a plan to have a sale on some character stuff like renames and probably also transfers when we get closer to launch. It is still a bit away and I don't have exact timing, but we will be sure to give you some notice a week or so before it goes live. Thank you, Eric Musco, aka the Soul Patch. Again, I think that is a great idea. World of Warcraft does something very similar when their expansions go live, and I would almost assume that a lot of other games do the same thing when their expansions are about to go live, and that is a great thing because you have a lot of new players coming in, you have older players coming back in, you have just those of us who haven't left staying in. Well, hey, we might want to transfer to another server, we might want to rename this thing because of XYZ. But it's nice that they have sales on there, and yes, it does generate some cash down the road, especially when you break down the sales. I remember when they did character transfers for what was it, 90 cartel coins, and that was back in the day when we had all the tons of servers, and I was on Jedi Covenant and moved everything over to the other one that I honestly cannot remember, not Notre Dame, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, but I did all that, man. It was 90 cartel coins. I had tons of cartel coins, so I transferred like 10 tunes over to the new server because I didn't want to be on Jedi Covenant, and everyone I knew from the early days of the Swtor content creation days, when we were all little babies doing it, we all were on one server. It was great times. But there's that. But yeah, my friends, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on all this. What other things do you think they should add or bring back or make a sale on before Onslaught goes live? And what do you think about the quick phases they're doing on the PTS? Do you think that's a good idea, or do you think they should have longer periods of time for testing? At this point, I would say with Onslaught just around the corner, it kind of makes sense that the phases are going rather quickly, and from what I have seen, people have been giving a lot of excellent feedback on their classes and the tacticals and the set bonuses. There's a lot to just consume with what's coming our way, and we've only gotten through three type of classes, and luckily a lot of them are mirrored, so there's probably not going to be a lot too much to tinker with on the other mirrored side of it all. But you know, the race is on to get Onslaught out into our hands on as much as on time as possible. So hopefully that will be it. But yeah, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on all that. Remember to hit that like button if you like what you see here, and hit that share button. The more likes and shares we get, the easier it is for people to find us, and the more we can take over the entire world. Or just, you know, whatever. But if you really like what you see here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know, become part of the family here at Boomy Nation, the freak show of YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. And as always, my friends, remember to be kind, and it's about community. And before we leave, make sure you send me your Swtor screenshots so you might be able to see them at the end of my videos, just like the ones at the end of these. My friends, have a good one. We'll see you later. Good day.